Hey folks, it's Michael Johnson. Welcome back to the Energy Sketch. Today I'm going to talk about the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the idea with this book is to make tiny atomic habits that can compound, that can continue to grow and continue to compound, and that will ultimately pay off in big changes later if you continue the continuous effort of maintaining those habits and growing your systems as you do. And there's a lot more to the book than this, but one thing I want to talk about today, there's a bit of a fallacy here, I find, and some people take this into a toxic productivity direction, which I'll get into in a moment. So the idea here is really 1% improvement every day. If you can maintain your habits and design systems that support you to develop your skills and to make sure that you're growing 1% better every day, the potential payoff is really huge. So if you look at this graph and this formula here, if you take 1%, 1.01, to the exponent of 365, this gives you about 37. So that means mathematically, if you take something at a level, baseline level, value 1, and you improve it by 1.01 factor, 1% better every day for 365 days, it will be 37 times greater than it was at the beginning. And this is related also to financial, right? The power of compound interest, the power of investing your money early and making sure that it has time to compound and grow. These are all great concepts, and mathematically it is true. But the problem is that often I find in the popular culture there's this toxic productivity bent that's kind of put on it that I can read 37 times faster if only I just practice my speed reading and get 1% faster every day. That's the sort of like kind of bonkers notion that I find is sort of pitched out there and shared out there. And so I want to just remind that the consistency of the habit for me has been very important, and for me is the key. So let's let go of the potential huge payoff in amazing productivity and just remind ourselves that it's the consistency of effort that really makes the difference. So I want to share my version of this graph that I feel is a bit more real, a bit more closer to reality. So let's plot our effort or our skill over time. And it's really much, much more chaotic than this sort of exponential curve that's shown out there as a sort of ideal. And so here you are on this graphic, and you're starting at day 0, and you're putting in the effort. You're putting in every day, you're trying to get better, you're putting in the effort, you're practicing, you're doing your thing, you're building your skills, but maybe you're not seeing any change yet, right? That is the risk there. So the thing to remember is that we each have a kind of a threshold at which, your level of skill or comfort or whatever it is needs to change by a certain delta amount. So that's like our personal threshold. So remember that as you're doing your activity, you're trying, you're doing stuff, you're building your skills, something happens, you get sick, you get a setback. This happens also. We need to be compassionate with ourselves and make sure we stay well and stay healthy. But eventually, boom, you're going to reach that point where, wow, my efforts have paid off and I see the difference. I've gone past my threshold and I see the difference. So it's easy and tempting in those moments to say, oh yeah, I'm all good. Like I can do something else now, but remember where you came from. Remember those efforts that you put in every single day, come rain or shine, ups or downs, and you continued. It's really that consistent effort over this block of time that managed to get you past the threshold. And maybe later you'll come back down the threshold. You say, oh damn, I fell down. I got back up and I kept going. I fell down again, but I got back up and I kept going. So the key message for me, and I love the book and there's many other concepts there, but forget about the delusions of grandeur. Forget about being 37 times better at something. And just remember, consistent effort, growing your skills regularly over and over again is super key. And have fun with it and keep it light and all that. So folks, thanks so much for tuning in to the Energy Sketch. I hope this was useful in your day-to-day life, in your workplace, in your personal life. Love to hear how you maintain your momentum and how you think about compounding your growth, compounding your skills, and staying with consistent action and how that's going for you. Love to hear from you in the comments. See you next time, Monday, 12 p.m. on youtube.com/@energysketch. See you later. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.